Ask anyone in the automobile business if they've ever seen times like these, and the answer will be the same. We are currently realizing inventory shortages, the likes of which probably have not occurred since World War II, when automotive production was shuttered to accommodate the needs of the war effort. Supply chain disruptions and raw material shortages are two of the major contributing factors. These are by no means the only challenges facing our industry. The lack of new vehicle availability has used vehicle prices skyrocketing. We have all read that used vehicle prices have become a major component of the inflation gripping the economy. To combat the effect of all this money chasing so little product, the Federal Reserve has made clear that it intends to raise interest rates as many as a half a dozen or more times this year. It is going to be a bumpy ride, and it's anyone's guess where rates will be by year's end. Naturally, this will lead to even greater costs of goods for borrowers. Then there are the radical changes the manufacturers are facing to comply with the incredibly aggressive corporate average fuel economy standards the federal government has now published. In one short year, the target number has metastasized from 43 miles per gallon to 56. Failure to comply with these standards by 2026 will be met with severe fines. To meet these criteria, massive industry-wide changes will be required, the costs of which will undoubtedly be passed on to the consumer. Unprecedented, unbelievably large, one-time cost increases are already beginning to surface within current model year pricing. We will witness entire marketing strategies shift, including the sunset of many of the V8 powertrains. Entire engineering platforms are hastily being redrawn to meet the demands of the upcoming federal standards. These efforts will incur massive expense. The research and development costs will be huge. Contract premiums are evolving as well. The ongoing, ever-increasing architectural complexity of vehicles, combined with parts price and labor rate increases and improvements to quality of coverage, have resulted in higher loss ratios. Again, more expense. We owe it to our guests to explain these facts and illuminate the terrain in which we all find ourselves. Folks, one thing facing our industry now, probably more than we've ever seen, is the level of uncertainty. The manufacturers are scrambling to get the parts and raw materials that they need. Who would have thought that you and I would be sitting here now, looking out the window at an empty lot where there used to be new vehicles? Confidence is high that where chips used to be sourced from the lowest, cheapest bidder somewhere out there in the world, they will now be produced via more secure avenues. The manufacturers may even begin producing them internally. These parts price concerns, combined with rapidly changing federal requirements and the need to convey the related expense down the line, have us uncertain what happens next. It's anyone's guess what it will cost to keep these things running if it's coming out of our pocket. We do, however, currently have the opportunity to take advantage of the highest quality protection we've ever offered before loss ratios make it unavailable for the present investment. We will therefore take all of the exposure off of our plates, not only for today's costs for all covered parts and labor, but for the absolutely uncertain costs going forward as well, for the entirety of the coverage period. And if our guest is financing, and to take advantage of these benefits at today's low fixed rate before rates increase. Spread the word. Think about it. Good luck and good selling.